Need I say more? Need I say more? I mean, I've, I've, we're gonna go play Game 6 in Minnesota, and we're closing it out. They can't stop us. The only way they have any chance is by fouling and roughing and pushing and kicking. They can't play with us at all. That's the only way they know how to play against us is by pushing and holding and all that shit. They cannot handle us. You know, the referees, if they played it a fair down the line, you know, they we would have been one. Like I'm just really the officiating, and that's in all NBA games, man. I've seen them. I watched them watching all the playoff games. They're not consistent. You know, they're not. This new era of referees. I think they suck. I think they need better referees. Honestly, that's just me. I don't know. And that's everybody. Like I said, everybody that in all the playoff games, you know. And then when we beat the Wolves on Friday, then we're gonna go against OKC, and there's Shea Alexander that gets all the calls. You know what I mean. You've heard the controversy on that man, but this is gonna be great. I know when we go to Minnesota, the hopefully, I mean, you know, the crowd there. Well, the last two games that man, I don't see, you know, I don't see them being any as hype as Spurs fans are. You know, we were loud in that building today. I mean, loud, and I don't think that they're that loud in Minnesota. You know what I mean? I don't think the fans are just, you know, maybe because it's Minnesota and I don't know. Anyway, but I said it. I said 10 or more. And when I found out that, you know, when it was a goal for both of them to play and they were good, I was like, yeah, it's going to be a blowout. And I was right. I was right. You know, 10 points or more, I said at the end. And I said, but I think it's going to be more than that. And I said it in the beginning. I said there's going to be a blowout. So, I don't lie. I don't lie. I tell you guys, I don't lie at all. So, it's going to be a long 3 days, though. I mean, shit. You know, it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one. We're gonna go there and win it in Minnesota, and then everybody's gonna be at the airport. I don't know if they do that. I remember when Tim Duncan and them, they would come back from the airport closing out seasons. I went maybe once, but my kids, they were little. My mom, they would go out to the airport. My aunts, and they would go to the airport and, you know, hey. So I don't know if they still do that. I don't know. Anyway, so it's gonna be a good game, and then we're gonna play OKC, and I'm already in. We're gonna win. We're playing OKC, and that is going to be a good matchup, and we're gonna win that series too. And this is the reason why. Okay. I'm jumping ahead. I know, but because I'm that much, I know that the Spurs are going to win because the Minnesota Timberwolves cannot play with us at all. At all. OKC, they are a good team. Okay, really good team. They built the draft. They did all this good stuff. Sam Presti, the general manager, it was working for the Spurs, and he took that and went to OKC, and did the same thing that the Spurs did. Okay, and they got there and they built it and they did by draft and they did good trade. They got all the good pieces that they needed and they built up from the bottom, and they did that. Okay. And the Spurs, that was their model from the beginning, and they did that too. You know, they drafted Wembanyama, Harper. Then Cassell. Castle, and then Harper. I said Harper. Carter Bryant, and then they got Darren Fox. They did everything they needed to do, and that's why OKC is good right now, because Sam Presti worked for the Spurs. So he did that same model there. Okay, so we're better at it. Our players are better than their players. So that's the reason why we're already ahead of the game. We already know what they're doing over there. Is because they're just taking the same thing they did in San Antonio and did and they're doing it now in Oklahoma. That's one reason why we're going to win. Okay, because they're modeled after us. Okay. Other reason, obviously, we all know that what we won four or five games. So we've got their number. Also, too, Wemby is gonna go head on with Chet. Wemby still holds a grudge about one of the Olympics that Chet got over Wemby. He was like the better player or whatever he got over Wemby, and Wemby hates him for that. And then, of course, they go back and forth. But if Chet and Wemby are going battle, that's not even that's nothing. He's gonna kill him every time. Shea Alexander, I tell you what, Castle and Harper are gonna put it on him. They're gonna do exactly what they did with what they're doing to Baby Jordan. What's his name? You guys know his name, right? Anthony Edwards. They're gonna double him, and he's gonna make him make decisions. Excuse me. And all the other guys around them, they're good. They're good role players. Their bench is pretty deep. Their bench is just as deep as ours is. But all in all, they're not now. I'm not gonna say we're gonna blow them out like we did the Timberwolves, because I do have respect for OKC. They've won the championship already, but they're not gonna be able to do 7 games against us. I mean, think about it. If we played them 5 times and won 4, and they won 1, I mean, that tells you right there. Like, and this is the playoffs. Everybody says, "Oh, it's different." It's no different. They don't have no experience. They're gonna say that shit again. They're going against NBA champs. I don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna beat them, and we're going to the finals. Who we play in the finals, that's a different story. Because I'm really, 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 the Knicks, man. The Knicks are a team. They have the same amount of role players that are good like we do. Okay, they are good, and they've got 3 big men that can go with Wemby. You know what I mean? They can throw at Wemby. Robinson, Carl Anthony Towns, and I forgot the other guy's name, but that's going to be tough. And their role players, Clarkson, Bridges, or whatever his name is, and then you got point guard. Forgot his name. Well, you guys know who I'm talking about. He's a baller too, man. So and not only that, but they beat us in the Vegas tournament in the Cup, and we just couldn't handle it. One game, one shot, winner takes all. I mean, that was good, but they beat us. And I think this is going to be since we've had the Cup, that the Cup Finals is going to be the NBA Finals. Mark my word, I'm telling y'all this. It's going to be the same team that we played. It's going to be the same team in the finals. And they beat us. They took it to us, and it's going to be a battle. That finals might go 7 games. And I'm a Spurs fan. I'm saying they're gonna win, but it's gonna be tough, real tough. So that's all I gotta say. You know what I mean? I called it. I've been calling it. So if you guys don't follow me. But I've been calling it for a long time. Before we even knew we were gonna be in the playoffs. I mean, you know what I mean? Before we knew what seed we were gonna be in the playoffs. I'm sorry, because everybody knew we were going into the playoffs. So. But I'm done. I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy a couple of glasses of and then call it a night. But like I said, be distinguished, stay distinguished, learn something, don't get in trouble. All right, y'all. Late.